As a self-proclaimed Mac enthusiast, I'm going to admit I wholeheartedly believe the long-running myth that Macs are immune to online threats, so I was never one to bother with any sort of protection. But recently, after I started noticing strange pop-ups, sluggish performance, and my browser redirecting me to sketchy sites, I got a feeling that my Mac wasn't as bulletproof as I'd thought. So I started looking into antivirus options designed specifically for Mac OS, and that's when I came across Intego. Unlike a lot of antivirus software, they're not just another Windows-first program that's been awkwardly adapted for Mac, and intrigued, I decided to give it a shot. So today I'm going to share my experience using Intego. I've been testing it out for the past couple weeks on my own device, and I'm going to take you through how it works and how well it protects against different kinds of threats. We're going to get into standout features, pricing, and some pros and cons that I noticed along the way. So if you're a Mac user, then stick around to see whether Intego is worth trying for your device. Let's get into it. All right, so if you haven't heard of Intego, it's a popular cybersecurity company that's actually been around for over 20 years. And unlike most antivirus brands, it's built specifically with Mac users in mind, which is actually pretty rare because a lot of the big name antivirus tools are typically designed for Windows first, and they just get slight modifications to run on a Mac. Intego, on the other hand, is Mac first from the ground up, which makes a big difference in how smoothly everything runs. For instance, I've noticed fewer bugs, faster scans, and tools that feel intuitive rather than patched together. Plus, it offers a full range of protection, including antivirus, anti-phishing, firewall controls, and even a system cleaner to help keep your Mac running like new. But honestly, what really got me interested was that tailored approach. I wasn't looking for some bloated suite of features that tried to do too much across every platform. I just wanted something reliable that would work well on my Mac without getting in the way, and Intego seemed to check all the right boxes. After digging into it even more, the reputation, the features, and the fact that it's been trusted by Mac users for years gave me enough confidence to go ahead and try it out. Now, if you've tried installing antivirus tools before, then you know that getting started with the setup can either be super quick or very annoying. And thankfully, Intego falls into the first camp. Downloading and installing it just took a few minutes, and once it was set up, I immediately started scanning my Mac for existing threats without me needing to do anything extra. Plus, the dashboard is clean and well organized, so every tool, whether it's virus barrier, net barrier, or the Mac washing machine, is accessible from one place. Now, since Intego is modular, I didn't feel forced to use every single feature, and I could turn off the stuff I didn't need. I also liked how customizable it is. So if you want to just set it and forget it, you can do that, but if you prefer a little more control, the settings let you create scan schedules, whitelist save files, and tweak which threats to monitor. Even the firewall and web protection blend in nicely. You don't need a separate window open for them to work, and so far using Intego has been super straightforward. It does its job without slowing anything down while keeping things updated in the background. Now with Intego, the cost is going to depend on how many Macs you want to cover and which features you actually care about. Personally, I went with their Mac Premium Bundle X9 Plus VPN, which gives you their full suite: antivirus, firewall, parental controls, system cleaner, backup tools, and the VPN. This goes for around $90 a year for one Mac or $115 to cover 3, which is actually a pretty decent deal if you're looking to share the plan with a friend or use it across multiple devices. Though, if the VPN isn't something you need, you can just go for the regular Mac Premium Bundle X9 package at around $70 a year for one Mac. It'll still give you all of the essential tools, just minus the VPN. But if you're just looking for solid antivirus and network protection without all of the extras, there's also the Mac Internet Security X9 plan, which runs for $40 a year for one device and includes virus barrier and net barrier to cover the basics. Each of these plans come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you end up changing your mind or just want to try it out without committing to anything, then you can always explore the trial and get a refund. And if you want to go ahead and check out Intego, then you can get started by using the affiliate link down in the description below, where we've got special deals that you won't find if you go directly to their website. Alright, so I've been using Intego for a couple of months now, and honestly, it's been solid. I thought it would be just another clunky antivirus program that would bog down my system's performance, but after testing it in my day-to-day routine, I've been liking it more than I expected. Now, what really stood out to me was how lightweight it feels. I've seen antivirus programs before that slow down your system as soon as a scan starts, but with Intego, even during full system scans, everything stayed smooth. No loud fans, no lag when switching between apps, just a clean, quiet experience. Plus, With their real-time protection, Intego quickly catches suspicious files and would flag them before I could even open anything, which definitely made me feel like I had something dependable running in the background. Another standout feature was their firewall net barrier. I didn't need to fiddle with different settings every time I switched networks, since it automatically adjusts depending on where I am. So if I'm at home, it stays relaxed. But as soon as I connect to public Wi-Fi at a cafe, it locks everything down. That kind of automation is something I really appreciate. Next, one tool I didn't think I used much but actually ended up really liking was the Mac washing machine, because it helped me clear out old files, duplicates, and just general clutter. After the first cleanup, my Mac actually felt a little more responsive, not by a ton, but definitely an improvement. Now, there were also some things which I thought could use some work. For one, the content barrier parental controls felt a bit outdated. That's probably because I use a dedicated parental control app for my family that covers way more features. But if you just need to use basic content filtering or need to set time limits for internet access for your kids, then it can be a useful alternative instead of using a separate service. Now, one tool I did find genuinely useful was the personal backup. I already use Time Machine, but having an extra safety net never hurts. And with straightforward setup, this feature made it easy to schedule backups to an external drive or another Mac for important documents and files. Look, all in all, I'd say Intego gets the fundamentals right. It doesn't try to blow you away with over-the-top features or gimmicks. It just does what it's supposed to do. It's clean, simple, and clearly designed with Mac users in mind. So if you're looking for an antivirus that's efficient, lightweight, and specifically built for Mac OS, then Intego is definitely worth checking out. Now, if you're still shopping around and you're looking at some other antivirus services, you may have seen MacKeeper come up as another popular option for Macs. So let's take a moment and see how MacKeeper compares to Intego. I'd say the two go in pretty different directions, so choosing between them will really depend on what you're looking for and what kind of setup that you have. On one hand, MacKeeper tries to offer an all-in-one solution with tools like antivirus, a built-in VPN, ad blocker, and even performance optimization features like memory cleaners and update trackers. So if you're looking for something that covers a little bit of everything in one place, MacKeeper tries to check those boxes. But as I mentioned earlier, for me, what makes Intego stand out is how it's specifically tailored for Mac users. The real-time protection is effective, and the smart firewall adjusts based on your network. Even the extra tools like washing machine and personal backup are genuinely helpful, and the overall integration with Mac OS is pretty hard to beat. Now, in terms of design, MacKeeper does feel a bit more polished, so everything's very visual, and they're clearly put effort into making it feel sleek. Intego, on the other hand, is still clean, but a bit more practical, so the design is simple, straightforward, and leans more towards function than flair. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done without distractions. In short, if you want something that's visually clean and bundles in a few extras like VPN and ad blockers, MacKeeper is a great option. But if you're all in on the Apple ecosystem and just want something lightweight that works without slowing things down, then Intego could be the way to go. So, to wrap things up, I've been using and testing Intego on my Mac for a while now, and honestly, it's done exactly what I had hoped. It doesn't try to overload you with features you're never going to use. Instead, it focuses on providing strong, reliable protection that runs quietly in the background. My system stays smooth, I don't get hit with intrusive pop-ups, and I feel a lot safer when browsing or using public Wi-Fi. So, if you're a Mac user who just wants dependable security without any extra hassle, I would definitely suggest giving Intego a try. And that's all for this review. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, then please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more just like this. As a reminder, if you want to get started with any of the Intego plans I mentioned today, then you can check out the affiliate link down in the description, where we have special deals that you won't find if you go directly to their website. Now, as always, I enjoy hearing your thoughts, so go ahead and leave any questions or comments down below, and I'll try to get back to them as fast as I can. And finally, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.